Now, the rest of the story.
Getting set up for running these guys through the chute. I got some pink eye cases that need to be dealt with. Number 21, number, what was it, 18? No, 79. And I'm gonna get everybody up out of here as soon as Dad's done scooping this little bit of manure up. Just gonna pile it up for now because we'd like to be able to haul it out in the field before long. Gonna use the vet's chute because Ryan's got his out there currently being used, and it really should be a in and out job, just doing the standard vaccinations with the intention we're going to come back and revaccinate later on, you know, 2 rounds of shots, probably about the same time that I go through and preg check everybody else. More or less just want the manure out of here so we're not tripping and stumbling when we're trying to push calves up. But they're small enough yet. I am just absolutely terrible at judging size. I mean, I'd say anywhere from 350 to 450 to 500, and that's basically me just pulling numbers out of the air. The reason I say so low is because, well, number 2, he is my youngest calf in here, that guy, and he's actually pretty chunky, but being on the creep feed like they are has a lot to say about it. I'm gonna put a gate across this shed here. We gotta get some gravel in because on the far side we had it built up and we ran out of gravel, so we didn't get this front side done, so it's just a soup pit, and I feel pretty terrible that we gotta run through the chute all covered in muck. So once Dad gets done scooping this out, I'm actually gonna pull them up into here, and then they can sit and loiter in here for another 45 minutes or so until the vet gets here. So one of the things we gotta try to do in between everything else going on this fall. Didn't hurt anything, so that's good. Well, as you can see, the catching tub is gone. Everybody's been run through the chute. You know how I don't name a lot of cattle. It's like the ones I name are the ones that are memorable, which honestly, it's surprising I haven't named that tanned one down there with the horns, because she's a fun one, you know. But speaking of names, I'm going with Ding and Dong. These 2 calves right here I just chased back in because they managed to squeeze out underneath those gates over there, which are now reinforced with about 6 more chains. I exaggerate for effect, but not really. They've been run through the chute. All the heifers have been calf foot vaccinated. We went through, did shot a bovie, and then Ultrabac 7. The plan is to go through and do these guys again when I go and preg check the cows. False heats and whatnot are a thing, I know that. I mean, I had a couple cows back in February that were showing signs of heat, and they were ultimately bred because they had calves. And these guys make me look bad because they were all nice and shiny clean, but they got down in that shed and made a mud pit. I'm gonna finish a continuation or the rest of the video from that last clip that I had. When I use my camera or my cell phone to film videos, it'll literally just shut off on me. I don't understand why. It's just something it started doing. I'm waiting on Ryan to come back with the other cart so I can help him get loaded, and that'll be another load of beans out for the day. Just went through, opened up this front lot for the cows because they're being dumb. We just put an alfalfa bale in for them, which you can see them eating back there on it. They found something in the, well, It's an old alfalfa bale core that they found on the manure pile that they seem to love. And this is the second cut grass that we had left over from making the last of my hay for the year. That front one is off of a waterway, and this is actually the last bale I had down at the valley. So it's nice stuff. I wish I had about 300 bales of the second cut Reed Canary. The reason I say that is because my she almost took you guys. My nutritionist pulled samples on, I got 2 different rows of first cut grass, and I brought just a single bale of the second cut Reed Canary back from the other day, just because I knew he wanted to do a core sample. And he said that he's never done tested second crop or Reed Canary in general, but he said the second cut, he says he's never done that before, and he said that he wishes that I had more of it because it tested at, I think it was 16% protein. And we aim for, I got whatever is going on in my sinuses, it's messing up my thinking here. Your goal for grass hay, you're looking for about 12% protein, and that other stuff, the first cut grass he checked, I think was like 10% protein, so it's not ideal. But he said he was really surprised by the second cut Canary. I mean, it keeps its color. The cows go stupid for it. They were standing here bawling. I had a cow upturned, and because she fell off the manure pile, which I don't know why they decided they want to start climbing the manure pile. I need to go actually push it back up is what I need to do, because it's settled down and they can climb it. I mean, there, I just answered my own question. I just let him in here because I'm trying to work. The calves were run through the chute the other day. Everything went great. Didn't have any issues whatsoever. Probably one of the better instances of us, the calmest group of feeder calves we've had in quite a while. So while talking with what the feed plan is for them, they've been on third cut alfalfa, first cut grass, and then, as I've already said, this is second cut waterway, second cut grass from the valley. So the calves are doing really good on it. Their vaccinations the other day, it was a straightforward, just Bovie and Ultrabac 7. The one thing that is starting to get to me is the feed, lack of. I mean, these guys are bottomless pits, which is a good thing, but going through 3 tons of feed in about 2 weeks, and I got this, they don't like this powdery stuff. They don't waste it, but I think that's got enough of the corn and pellets that they are at least consuming it. And I got a load of feed coming yet today. Their protein tub, which they've had since March, they really took off on eating this here just in the last 3 weeks. And overall, they look nice. Between my vet, my nutritionalist have both looked at them. I think we're mid 4 weights right now, like 450. On the bigger end, I probably got some that are about 500 pounds. And we treated 4 for pink eye. We vaccinated all the heifers. Well, we vaccinated everybody, but the heifers got the bangs. Dad and I put gravel in here the other day to help shine them up because it was just a mud hole in this one side. Ran out of gravel this spring, and well, we had gravel here the other day. But number 2 is the youngest one of the group, and he's probably pushing 300, 350 pounds. He's the youngest, he's the smallest. He had the worst start out of all of them. So he had the least amount of time, and he had the worst go of it because he was a runt. He got pink eye almost immediately when he was born. in his left eye, and again, for what he looked like when I weaned him off and seeing how much he's improved now, I'm really happy with him. I mean, number 35, he's on the bigger end of them. 66 is probably the nicest one in here. Here's 66 right here. I really like him. He's out of that tan Charolais looking cow with the horns. She threw a beautiful steer last year that I ultimately lost a week before I sold him, thanks to pneumonia. Late season rain will do that to you. But overall, the goal is to get him over 600 pounds. The range is 600-700 pounds by, well, whenever I get them sold. Right now, I'm got kind of like a moving slider as to when I'm actually going to move them. I mean, more or less just trying to keep it open-ended, because I don't want to commit to anything, and you got to be able to adapt to market conditions and whatever else. Personally, I keep them for 3 more months, a little over 3 months. There's a sale in particular that I was planning on shipping them to, and selling the steers and about 3 of the heifers, because there's 3 of the heifers in here that they're runts, they're tiny, they just didn't really take off or grow that well, and you know what, just I don't want to try keeping them back for breeding stock. So the 9 other ones I'm planning on keeping, and when I go through and cull out this fall, when I cull out the rest of the cows, that might not be very fun for the cows. If I go through and preg check them about December 15th, and basically, depending on how strict I want to be, if you're open, you get sold. Just done. I got 2 cows that will stay here until they die, just the way it is. I might take them down to my parents' place. They can get a chance to be in with the bull down there, but or in with my parents' cows. But otherwise, if you're open, sell you. I don't have to feed you. And then being put in the freezer, it's actually, they're worth something right now, even as culls. I'll put them on grain for a little while, and then I'd like to bonk them on the head and whatever I can get out of them, spin around and buy a bunch of bred heifers. I mean, that way at least I know that, I mean, if I sell 10 and then sell 10 and I buy back 5, well, there's at least 5 calves there that I wouldn't have had if I would have kept all 10. And it's 5 less mouths to feed. So I need performance cattle, and I wish I was doing this a while ago, but my cattle career when it comes to raising cattle has been an up, down, windy road and incredibly bumpy. But I like having cattle around. It's just, it seems like the timing was just never right. I mean, I wish I would have kept my reds that my parents bought me back in high school, because I really do miss those group of cows. And that's what I'm trying to get back to, is I like red. I don't like red machinery, but there's something about red coated cattle. I think they're nice. I think they're pretty. I like to look at them, and they don't look too bad. I'm just focusing on trying to get some more feed around for them, bulk bins, and probably going to buy oats and store some corn and start mixing my own feed up, just because it's cheaper rather than buying it. But I wasn't set up that great coming into this year, and I don't even see I got a spoiled brat in here. Of course, when the camera's on, I don't know if she really wants anything to do with it. Say 15. She's a really nice heifer. Blue tags are girls, white tags are boys. And you can see I got a couple of these that are really nice deep red. I also have some that are on the lighter side of it. I'm not seeing her. Maybe she's not down here. She must not be. Or is that her? Nope, that's a boy. A bull. Anyway. Hey guys. Oh. She's up there. It doesn't matter. I gotta get back to harvest. that's a cattle update. Myrna, I know they like to see the calves, and this is their gradual growing. If I tried to finish them, they'd be ready September of next year, September 1st, mid-August maybe. But I haven't decided to switch gears and try to fatten them out yet. As of right now, it kind of goes back to what I was saying about, I don't know, keeping my options open, if it's better for me to finish out the steers and go that route, or take the check and run. So the beans are coming off. Yesterday was a startup day. I'm just trying to make sure everything runs. Everything does. A little bit of a sensor issue, but other than that, today and any days going forward here are acre days, where we're just focusing on just getting the ground covered. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Support the channel. It means a lot, and it certainly does help. Talk to you later.